Hi students, so now we will be solving this particular problem, which is nothing but integration of cot cube x into dx. But before that, uh, let me remind you that in the last video I had asked you to solve a problem, right? If you were able to solve it, very good. If you weren't able to solve it, then please let me know in the comment section below that you have not been able to solve it. I'll solve it for you as well as explain it as in case of any other problem as well. Also, if you could solve the problem, then also let me know. Then I'll understand that okay, whatever I'm teaching, you are being able to grasp it really well. All right. Try to use the comment section in a positive order so that we can make the most out of the entire sort of videos that I kind of upload. Okay, I want you guys to succeed and I want you to really excel in life, and for that you have to follow the certain instructions that I place before you, else you will be facing a lot of issues. Okay, uh, and also try to follow all of my videos in sequence. Okay, don't jump, because these are all beginner level problems that I'm solving now. So jumping will not benefit you in any way. You will only keep missing formulas and a lot of explanations in between. So it is important for you to actually be able to understand each and everything, and this is why follow all of the videos in order. Try not to even miss 1 minute. Even if you know everything, great, then fast forward the video, but please do watch all the videos, every minute of it, because there are many explanations which are sometimes not available in the regular institution that you are involved in or in the regular institution that you are a part of, but these explanations are so integral in appearing for competitive examinations or board examinations. All right, math is not a mug up subject. This subject is not about mugging up formulas and just applying it, but it is also about understanding. Practice is important, but not based on the mug up stuffs. Okay, so this mugging up thing, if you have, please try to throw that away, because mathematics will make you really feel scared after some point when you will be facing some application based stuffs. All right, so try to be more logical and try to just have an outlook, a conceptual outlook towards this subject, much like physics and chemistry. Okay, so now that we have come down to this particular problem, here we need to do a small manipulation. Okay, and what the manipulation is, that I'll write a cot x here and then I'll write a cot square x. Okay, so what I have exactly done here is, I actually told this to you before, that if I have, say, a 5, can I not write it as a cube into a square? Because according to the rules of powers and exponents, these two things get added up, so ultimately we get a 5 only. So I can break this 5 into either 4, 1, or I can also break it into 3, 2. All right, so this is actually possible. Okay, because whenever there is a multiplication sign and also the base you can see is the same, the power simply gets added up. Okay, now coming back to the problem, what we have here is integration of cot x into cot square x dx. All right, similarly I can break this cot cube x into cot x and cot square x. Next, in the chapter of, I think, trigonometric identities, you will get a formula for cot square x, which is nothing but cosec square x minus 1. All right, now here in this particular problem, you have to forcefully induce a negative sign. Now you might ask why. Okay, so before giving you that answer, let me first break this. You have a cot x here and you have this inside of the brackets, so I can write this as cot x into cosec square x minus cot x into dx. Right, now I'll break this into two parts for your convenience. Okay, so this becomes cot x into dx. Now see, we already have a direct formula for integration of cot x into dx, which is nothing but log of sin x, right? We have done this before. But what about this part? What will we do with this part? We will perform the integration of this part entirely in our rough part, okay? So can you see that if I take cot x as a t, okay, if I consider cot x as a t, consider cot x as t, or rather, okay, consider cot x as t only, then I'll be getting if I take the derivative, I'll be getting a minus cosec square x dx equal to dt, right? But unfortunately we don't have a minus sign here, so we have to induce a minus sign here essentially, okay? We have to induce a minus sign here so that ultimately whatever we will be getting will get simplified. So if I induce a minus sign here, which I did forcefully, I definitely have to put a minus sign here as well, okay, right? So if I put a minus sign here, then this minus and this minus gets us a plus, right? But why did I put a minus sign here? So that I can easily replace this minus cosec square x dx by this dt. So let me now do that. This minus will remain as it is. Outside of the integration sign, this cot x will be our t, and this minus cosec square x dx will be nothing but dt, and this will be cot x dx. All right. In the next step, we will now be performing our integration. So we will have this minus as it is. Integration of t dt is nothing but t square by 2, right? And integration of cot x is nothing but log of sin x plus c. Ultimately, what we will be having? We will be having a minus, and this t will get replaced by what? T will get replaced by this cot x. All right. So in place of t, we will have a cot x whole square divided by 2 minus log of mod sin x plus c. All right, so this was the particular problem, okay? In the comments section also let me know whether you are able to understand whatever I am teaching or not, all right? If you need any further explanation, then I'll try to give it. I'm trying to give my best actually possible. I don't think, as of now, I don't have any idea if there is any further explanation to the problems that I can actually give you, because this is the maximum way by which I can explain the maximum points needed in order to solve a particular question. Everything from scratch is being taught to you, be it the trigonometry or be it any of the algebraic manipulations. I'm trying to repeat that over and over and over again. All right, so even after that, if you think that if there is something amiss or something that you feel is not being taught, you can definitely comment it out below. But ensuring the part that I cannot go out of a bounded area. Why? Is it because I cannot do it? No, it's not because of that. It's because that when you appear for examinations, for competitive examinations essentially, or for board examinations, you don't need such an in-depth analysis. This is something which you can do whilst you are studying engineering or whilst you are doing your master's and PhD. There is no requirement for you to go beyond, because there is already a lot which has been given to you in the syllabus. There are so many chapters that you have to deal with at the same time. So I don't think it is excessively fruitful for you to actually go even beyond that and then start researching on that. There is no need for you, because even in IIT JEE, if the problem is also very, very hard, then also there is a particular limit up to which you can seep. Okay, after that, the requirement of seeping is like wasting your time is very limited, right? So just trying to geometrically and mathematically analyze things will just take away your time. What you need to do is have a very straightforward approach. You definitely have to have concepts, but that doesn't mean that you will start reading 1,000 books. Time is limited, so you have to ensure that the way that you progress doesn't keep wasting your time, because time is something that stands as the biggest constraint now. Everybody who is now doing these kinds of chapters as a beginner or whatever, you may be having 1 or 2 years, not more than that, right? So keeping that in mind, you have to proceed, because ultimately everything has to get transferred or transformed into your grades or ranks. It's all about marks now. Let's be very specific, because you are applying for something which actually demands marks or grades or ranks, right? So just being emotionally involved in a subject and then getting into the highest depth will not ensure any form of positivity or any form of profit from the side of the aspirant, let me tell you. Okay, the aspirant has to be very, very remotely controlled now with a little bit of information, because this is a world of, literally this world is stuffed with information. So gathering the right one and doing it, getting the right guidance is the most important thing. There's no need for you to unnecessarily look over to books and hundreds of videos that will only end up confusing you. Okay, so this is the reason why I try to be very specific in whatever I teach you. Okay, I don't get into any geometrical analysis. This can be actually done. There can be many things that can be done with these problems. I can actually even draw graphs and show you different kinds of graphs, but this isn't the appropriate time to do all these things. You can do that as a hobby or something, but since you have very less time now, so trying to literally, I'll call waste it, trying to waste your time is not a very good idea. Okay, also, still I'll tell you that I don't think there is anything more to explain in the problems that I have done so far, but still, if you think that if I'm short of explanation, then please do let me know in the comments section below. Also, remember, again I'm telling you, time is the biggest constraint, so try not to play with it. Okay, you have to be serious for quite a number of years now. As you can see, there are huge bit of layoffs and stuffs around, so you have to learn to think in that appropriate way. Okay, being able to utilize time perfectly is not everyone's cup of tea. Even if, you know, like there are toppers who have ended up feeling really hard because of that. Okay, so learning to walk the right path is very important, and I hope I'll be able to show you that path. All right, it will be a great satisfaction from my end if I'm able to do that. Okay, and also let me know how much you are enjoying my videos. All right, so if you really like my video, then please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell icon for more of such exciting content. It's your subscription, likes, support, and your comments that is going to help this channel go a long way. So I want you to actively participate, all right, and be involved as much as possible. Thank you to all of you. My channel is because of you, and it is a part of yours. You are a great part of my channel. And so now let's move on to the next video.